My cherished ducklings. Yay. Okay, and a good day for ducklings outside, I got to tell you. It's raining like heck. The Queen of Wands, the card that heralds the beginning of the week, which is a good summer solstice because wands represent fire. They also represent the fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. So this might mean that either, if you're any of those signs, that you're going to find yourself feeling very self-expressed and empowered at the beginning of the week. If not, tough luck. Oh, sorry. I told you I was grumpy. I warned you. I did warn you. Okay, how am I holding this? I've been doing this for 5 years, and I'm still like, how do I hold the card? Okay. The other thing it means is that even if you're not a fire sign, you might find yourself feeling or acting like one. And what I mean by that is traditionally fire sign people or fire sign, well, she's a woman, but fire sign people are outgoing, attractive, very like, let's get this done. Kind of almost annoying, but they're very good at it. So you might find yourself sort of the center of attention in a very nice way. You might find yourself accessing your inner Leo, or access my friend Jennifer's sign, your inner Aries, which means that you're very kind and you get stuff done, and you listen to me whine about ex-boyfriends calling out of the blue, which might be why I'm so grumpy. Sorry. It's been happening for everybody I know this week. The minute you stop thinking about a narcissist is the minute they call you. What is that? Okay. The minute, literally the minute. Okay. I hung up. So, second part of the week, Mobha, I really want to talk to you. Don't go anywhere. And Mobha, while you're waiting, what I'm going to ask you to do is activate your vagus nerve, the VAGUS, by breathing in deeply and then breathing out through the nose, then breathe out through the mouth like this, like you're blowing out a child's birthday candle or your whoopee cushion. So breathe in deeply through the nose, breathe out like you're blowing out a birthday candle. My friend Marty Millett, who's a great singer, I'm just name checking everybody today. She really is great though. Taught me this, and it really does calm you down. In fact, I should try it right now. But this is the Lover's card. I know it looks like snakes. I don't know where this deck came from. It's like lovers, snakes, whatever. Sounds a little cynical to me, but whatever. But the Lover's card is part of the major arcana. When you get the Lover's card, it can either be, as some readers like to say, the merging of your dark side and your light side. And you know what? No, it's about love. It's about romantic love. End of. So if you get the Lover's card, your opportunities this week for romance, because the major arcana card, which means it's a big deal, are going to be kind of off the charts, especially. I'm going to say like Monday, not Monday, over the weekend. Yeah, over the weekend through Monday. Don't date snakes unless that's your thing, in which case, no judgment. People who say no judgment are always really judgmental. Have you noticed that? It's like they're saying no judgment just to throw you off. No judgment. Judging you. Okay. The Page of Wands means, because it often heralds the birth of a child, if you've just gotten the Lover's card, you might want to take certain precautions. But it also means, for me, this is a card of positive communications via text, email, letters, which some people still write. All three of us, I still write cards and letters. But it generally heralds, I've found that in readings, it heralds good news coming through some form of communication that has been written and thought about by the sender. Okay, Shobha, beautiful name. Are you still there? Have you fallen asleep?
No. I'm still here.
I love you. Thank you. Can you tell me about your beautiful name, where it comes from, what it means?
Well, I'm from the Caribbean. My ancestors are from India, and my name means beautiful decorative ornament.
Oh, that's so nice. Are they from like Trinidad, a place like that?
Yes, correct. Exactly cool. There.
Well, I do this for a living, but I love Trinidad. In fact, my great uncle was ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago for 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, hi. Sorry. So I like to connect with people through their birthdays. So, darling, when is your birthday?
April 18th.
You're an Aries. Yay.
Yes.
I love that.
That's right.
Also, you're 18th, traditionally 18. It's the Hebrew number Chai, which is considered the number of life. So You're supposed to have good luck if you're born in the. Okay, how can I help you? I will focus. I'm like the ADHD psychic today. Sorry.
I'm not sure. Well, let's see. I was going to ask you about love, but I think I'd like to ask you about work.
I'll tell you an interesting thing. Yeah, I'm picking up on both of those, but let's go with career. And an interesting thing in my practice, people just assume that women want to know about love and men want to know about career. It's the exact opposite. Always has been, always will be. That women do want to know about love, but it's kind of second because as women, we have to make sure that we're secure so we can take care of everybody around us, which they're going to expect,
Right.
whether we want them to or not. Good thing I'm not bitter. Okay. Sorry. So let me see what I'm getting about. Let me pull. I don't usually pull cards. I'm going to do that for you because you're cool. And that really is the coolest name. Okay, it looks like you got the strength card, which is a woman either taming, persuading him not to rip her head off. When I get this card, it usually means that a very strong woman is getting to her strength, usually the day she gets this card. This would suggest to me that hitting people for about the last 14 months. Is that correct? Yeah. Winners that you're working with, and I'm being sarcastic because I'm grumpy. What's interesting is that and you're always, I mean, she knows uh, let me see how much time we have.
Right on.
Because if, hold on. Darling producer, how much time do we have? Well, I think he's playing games on his iPhone, but I love him dearly. Um, 13 minutes. Okay, you're not playing games on your iPhone, fine, but I still love you dearly. Okay, so I'm going to quickly do a couple minutes of your love life.
Mhm.
You essentially got your heart surgically removed from your body. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to wrap up with Shobha in about 3 minutes because she's very easy to receive information from, and so it's going to be very fast. So uh, anyway, Shobha, just took your heart out surgically and put it in the blender and then fed it to the cat. Is that correct?
Yep.
Not me. Yeah.
Yep.
This person was a malignant narcissist.
Mhm.
I have a little experience with those. Let's go get drunk. No, sorry. Yeah, part of you part of you hasn't gotten over that. Hasn't. And it's made you, although you're very confident and assured on the outside, you are a highly sensitive person. You are. There's even a book about it. Highly sensitive persons or people or something. HSP. It's worth getting because you are sensitive. You hide it well, but you are. And uh, it would just make me really even more grumpy, which nobody wants to see. If you let this malignant narcissist, who, let's face it, that was very attractive and quite charming malignant narcissist, but still damage you permanently. You're too good for that. Also, it's summer solstice. You can make a really strong intention for some summer lovin', if you know what I mean. That's me winking. Um, the I think that this coincides with your good luck period in July. I think you've given up. Don't give up. Go back. Get back out there. I'm talking to myself too. Really get back out there. And I think that you're going to get somebody a lot better. He might not be your a really solid guy or girl or other, whatever. We're LGBTQ friendly in this show. But I get guy.
Mhm.
You're going to be fine. They just want you to start consciously working on working on your self-esteem because you're lovely. And I know, I occasionally for myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm fat. I'm not going to exit my dwelling for the next 3 weeks because I'm fat. I'm too old. And it may not look it from the outside, but we all beat ourselves up for ridiculous things. And please don't, because you are really awesome and there's a really good relationship waiting for you. And I'm not just saying that. That makes sense?
That makes sense.
Cool.
All right.
One last
Thank
thing.
you.
Do you go to church or
Sorry,
anything
go
like
ahead.
that? Or do you go to church or a spiritual group or anything like that?
No.
That's fine. Volunteer work might be a good place to meet this person. It's something that's
Okay.
for the greater good. All right, my love.
Sure.
Mwah. Bless you. And let me know how you're doing. I'm perrylyons.com. That's
All
my real website. We got to fix that. And that's Perry Lyons on Facebook. Bless you.
right. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
You're
dear.
awesome.
So are you. Okay, thank you guys. Before we take our next caller, and darling producer, I looked away when you flashed her name and I want to make sure I get it. Can you tell me again? Okay. Karen. Hi, Karen. How are you?
Hi. I'm
Hi.
good.
Good. Cool. I was going to do little tips on how to access one's psychic self. Oh, you're from Washington State. Cool. I love it there. I'm going to do that at the end of the program because I really like your energy. Hi. So I like to connect with people through their birthdays. When's your birthday?
My birthday is the 20th of September.
Oh, so you're Virgo. The most misunderstood
kind of
sign.
close to the cusp. Yeah,
It
kind
is,
of close to the cusp.
I'm not really being in the cusp can mean that you have a lot of other like planets and things in the sign that you're close to. But honestly, a Virgo is a Virgo. My kidney's next to my spleen, but it's not the same thing. So you're a Virgo, and it's the most misunderstood sign. I love Virgos because people think they're about like being OCD. They're totally not. They're about idealism and purity and really good stuff. So congratulations. How can I help you?
I thought this was a reading.
It is.
But
I'm asking, what's your question?
oh, it is.
Yeah.
Well, I just, if it's a reading, if it's I just had lost my son this year, and I just,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
yeah,
There aren't any words.
yeah.
And he just showed up. Okay. I hope this is accurate. I don't usually do mediumship, but
Oh, that's okay. I thought that's what this was, but if it's not, that's fine too.
No. I
I
do mediumship. I do, and especially now because he just showed up, and he's lovely, and
that's awesome.
I don't know why he's. Look, I might be wrong. I'm usually right about this stuff, but I so desperately want to be right here that the first impression I got was of somebody on the taller side and the more slender side. Is that accurate?
Yeah, on the slender side, yeah.
Okay. By taller, I mean
a lot of weight.
5'9" to up, yeah. Oh,
not tall. No, not tall.
5'8".
No, what you said.
5'9". Yeah, no, it's a tall, on the taller side.
About 5'7", 5'8", 5'7".
Yeah, 5'8" is.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting. Anything above 5'5" for me is on the taller side.
Oh.
What was his first name?
Ian.
Okay, I was reading that wrong. I was getting Tim, but I was reading it Heather. What a beautiful name. Oh, what a beautiful guy. Okay, here's what he wants to say. First of all, he loves you. Is this his sister I'm seeing?
I can't hear you. What?
Is this, oh gosh, is this his sister I'm seeing? Or was he wants to talk.
He has a sister. He has a sister.
Okay. Interesting. To you, he wants. It's not like he's apologizing because this wasn't his fault. But boy, does he love you, and he's so appreciative. You are a real hands-on mom growing up. I mean, you weren't a helicopter mom, but you really paid attention.
But he had health issues, so I had to be.
Yeah, and you were really there, and you're honestly. I'm just going to start crying here because you're his hero. You're just his flat out hero, and he loves you. And the first thing that came through was just this gratitude and appreciation, and and just gratitude. Man, I mean, he almost died several times. Like once at about, it feels like I can't see if he's 7 or 10 here, but also you paid attention to him, and you were such a cheerleader for him, and you never let him feel like his illness limited him. You he was very smart. You paid attention to his mind and heart, and you nourished that. And this is a really grateful guy. In fact, here, I mean, this is for you. This must be, I didn't know why I brought this today because I just grabbed it, but I think it was because, did he send you flowers or give you flowers? I don't know what. Anyway,
he would send me flowers for birthdays and for Mother's Day, and he knew I love flowers.
Yeah, you do love flowers, and I had no reason why I picked the bloody hydrangea I spent all year pruning, but I picked it.
What did you say?
I said I had no idea before the show when I went out and picked one of my hydrangeas, which are my babies. I never picked them. But my guys were like, go get some flowers. And this is why. He's giving you flowers.
Yeah.
And
you said, what type of flowers is he giving me?
Hydrangeas.
NHL. That's amazing.
That makes sense?
Because, he liked them, and he had given a hydrangea plant, a beautiful blue hydrangea plant, to his girlfriend, who before, this is a year ago, before when he found out she was going to be having a baby boy. They were having a child together.
Oh.
And he was so thrilled. So after he died, I knew he liked hydrangeas. So I said, I'm going to do a hydrangea memorial garden for him. And I have done that, and it is blooming beautifully. And it's, matter of fact, I'm going to get a sign for him that just
This
says,
is your confirmation then, because I have lilies, I have roses, I'm a gardener. But my guides before the program said, go get some. No, isn't it great? I love it. I like mother.
That's amazing. So yeah, hydrangeas were one of his favorites.
And you did a hydrangea.
Like I said, I've got a hydrangea garden for him, and that's amazing.
And there's your confirmation.
Yeah.
And that's.
Yeah. Wow.
And I don't want to put. So that's. I can give you other confirmation. He says hi to his sister. There's a young lady.
He says what? He says hi to his sister. His sister misses him so much. Is that what you said?
Yeah, his sister is. I feel like he wants to comfort her.
Oh, like he needs to. She misses him so much. They were so close. Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
They were so close.
She's a lovely old-fashioned name. We've got 2 minutes. I'm trying to get her name. I can't quite get her. It's not Eleanor. I'm sorry. I'm not getting. It's a lovely old-fashioned name, and I think it has 2 syllables. What's her name?
Allison.
Oh, okay, 3 syllables. It's still a lovely old-fashioned name. Eleanor. Eleanor is what I was trying to. Yeah, I didn't hear it right.
That's
Sorry,
close.
Eleanor. Allison.
Yeah, Allison. Yeah,
it's like playing charades with people you can't quite see.
Yeah.
He sends her his love. His son is adorable. That's a cute kid, and I'm not just saying that. He also sends his love to his girlfriend. She very delicate boned, very pretty. Like she looks delicate to me. I don't know. I'm getting the word delicate.
Well, it was kind of tricky. He actually broke up with his girlfriend this past year, and they were having a tough time. And he has a different girlfriend, but he still was in touch with his and taking and supporting.
I think I'm getting the second girlfriend.
The second girlfriend. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful, and she's
beautiful. Yeah, that's right.
Such a huge heart, and they were going to get married. It was
I'm so. Yeah. We've got about 20 seconds, so here's what I want to say to you. Please accept this virtual hydrangea. Please understand that I never do that. If I stop before a show and grab something, one time it was a Lakota Sioux artifact, and the caller was Lakota Sioux and wanted some reassurance that she was seen by God. This is your reassurance and your confirmation. He's with you. He loves you, and he ain't going nowhere. Okay, my dear?
Thank you.
And please let me know how you are.
God bless you.
God bless you, my dear. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, guys. I am now in full leap, so I can't really finish. And I'm going to say I love you, and that color looks great on you, and come back next week at 9, and I love my job, and thank you. Come back next week.
A1R Psychic Radio is pleased to announce that John Capello has joined us. John Capello and the Psychic Side, live from johncapello.com.
Hi, I am psychic medium John Capello, and I want to ask you to join me every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Central Time, for my show, The Psychic Side. It is an informative show about developing your personal psychic abilities. I hope you will tune in here on the Ask One Radio, Psychic Radio Network, and Moonstruck TV.
Amazingly accurate, clear answers to any question. You'll love Suzanne Marie readings. Clairvoyant reader and spiritual light trance medium. Tarot is used for spirit confirmation. She's been a spiritual reader for 30 years and would love to be able to bring accurate, clear, visionary readings for those who seek answers. Available online and phone. Call 320-455-2303 or email readingsbysuzanne@gmail.com. Suzanne Marie. Check her event page for specials.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Psychic Paths with Suzanne Marie. Live from PsychicPaths.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Psychic Paths
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to A1R Psychic Radio. I am Suzanne Marie, and I will be your host for a little bit. I hope that everyone is feeling good and feeling loved and feeling safe. Some of these things are very, very important and deep to me, that everyone feels that, because I don't believe that the world has enough of it. And we can certainly do our part by sharing that with others, and especially ourselves, if we feel like we need self-love, self-care, self-focus. Yes, absolutely. So I hope that everyone is feeling good tonight. It's a hot 92 in Minnesota with 10,000 likes, theme, but everything do clairvoyant and light transmedium readings. So yeah, I can't wait to get a color tonight. I hope that everybody too is taking care with the energy going on, because I feel a lot of static energy going on in the universe, and I think it's planetary, and I think energetically. So let's hope that everyone is dealing with that okay. I'm not quite sure. I've been busy in my new house unboxing things, but I think it should be okay. I just feel like there's a lot of static, impulsive energy going on. And if anyone feels that, please go ahead and comment below. But it's nothing that we can't handle. So I hope that you know that I'm so appreciative of the callers and the listeners, and I appreciate A1R Psychic Radio. I just love reaching people and being able to complete joy. I just had someone new at reading, and she knew right after just what a joy it is. So let's keep going, and let's see what caller comes in. We can talk about past, future, and now. And I do speak to past loved ones. We have a lot of events in Minnesota going on. You can check out my webpage, www.com, Psychic Paths. And also my Facebook page has the events there too, because St. Cloud is going to be busy with events. And if you can come in person, it would really, really mean a lot to me. I was at a fair in Alexandria last month, and it was absolutely wonderful to be able to be in person with people. So yeah, please check out my website, check out my Facebook page. We have the Bazaar going on, and we have the Quantum Crystal Unicorn going on. So we have Nicole in Kentucky. Hello.
Yes.
How are you today?
Hello. I'm great.
Yay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really good if I wasn't melting. It's 92 degrees and there's lakes everywhere, and it's not a dry heat, but I'm doing okay. I feel really good
Yes.
being on tonight. So what can I help with tonight?
So I would really like to connect with the other side, if possible, if that comes through for me.
Sure.
Or do you see anything for my future? Anything like that that comes up?
Okay, let me see what Spirit says. And let me see what I can see.
Okay.
As far as I can tell with your energy, you seem to be a real go-getter. You seem
Yes.
to be someone that knows what she wants and goes after it.
Yes, that's true.
Spirit is also telling me to share that your wishes really do come true in this lifetime. When you pray and when you wish and when you focus on something, it actually comes to pass. Have you noticed that?
Yes. It
What you
yes, for the most part, definitely.
what you put your mind to really does come to manifest. Um, there's a gentleman that's kind of walking around. He's older, I think.
Mhm.
I'd like him to stop walking, but it seems like it seems like it seems like he's a little nervous to come straight out, to showing himself. Um, I think he's kind of a thin guy. He's not heavy set. Um, and he does seem to have a lot of nervous energy that comes with him. I think that's
You
part
said
of the
nervous
pacing.
energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he seems to be pacing.
Yeah.
Um, he said that it was so thoughtful of you to think of him. I think that you were thinking of
Oh.
him before you called or during the wait, because
Mhm.
he's really appreciative of your thoughts of him. But there just seems to be some guilt or some missed opportunities in his life when he had a chance. Um, but he's very
Uh-huh.
loving, very kind, and
Mhm.
I feel soft spoken. I feel like he's
About.
got some soft, just really like uh tender. There's a tender part of him,
Mhm.
and he says his passing was sudden. Was it sudden, or is he fooling me? Because some part of me is saying that isn't what I see, but he's telling me it was sudden. Maybe he was unconscious. Maybe he wasn't fully aware
Mhm.
of what was going on. But to him, it
Mhm.
was sudden.
Sudden. Yeah, it could be my grandfather, possibly, but I never got to meet him.
Okay. So he's looking after you, and he's telling me that this go-getter attitude is in the family. Let's see.
Mhm.
He's giving me the feeling that he's a relative of your mother, not your father.
Yes.
He brings you he's your mother's relative or ancestor. Um,
Probably her father, yeah.
okay, so I think the little regret that I was feeling was that he don't think that he did enough. He was not hands-on as far as teaching his children about things he should have. He was observant, but he was also kind of avoidant in the things that when the children needed him. And so I feel like he's feeling regret for that. That there's some regret that he wasn't point on when he could have been or should have been.
Yeah.
So did he die before you were born?
Yes, my mom was 11 when he passed away. So everything you just said kind of makes sense. And my mom is no longer with me as well.
Okay. I don't see her in the visual. But he's saying that he's been watching over you ever since you were a child. He's showing me background videos of you, playing, learning how to ride a bike. He's been through with you all of those things, kind of like a guardian angel. And I think that he's a part of that focusing and getting the things you need. I think that you have a real cheerleader on the other side that's rooting for you at all times. Who does come through also as a young boy or a teenager.
I'm trying to think of, my mom did lose a set of twins. I don't know if that could.
I feel like it's a sibling of your mom.
Yeah.
I don't see two, but I see one little boy that has come forward. Oh my goodness, there's like 3 or 4 now. 3 or 4 people are waiting for a reading, but we do not have the time.
That's so funny.
Little boy that comes in, everyone just is welcome then. Okay. So your grandfather just wants you to know that he's on the other side, he's rooting for you, and he's there with you and he loves you. Yeah, you may say that you don't know him, but he knows you really, really well.
Oh, that's so good to hear.
He just wants you to know that he's there and he's watching over you. And if you ever get a little of this nervous energy, if you ever feel it, it's him, and don't get caught up in it, because I feel like it's electrifying. It's electrifying.
It is. Yeah, I definitely have that issue with anxiety.
Ooh, my goodness, it make you want to move your leg and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So thank you so much for allowing me to share tonight, and thank you for calling in. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You have a good week. Thank you.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and calling, and I'll see you next week.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Medicine for Your Spirit with Raylene Byrne. Raylene Byrne. Live from RayleneByrne.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Medicine for Your Spirit
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Namaste, everyone. Raylene Byrne, Medicine for Your Spirit, coming to you just after our amazing winter solstice that the whole planet has really sat in for the last few days. I really find these solstices and equinoxes are beautiful universal gifts to us. They're reference points that allow us to pause, reflect, reset, reassess where we're at and where we're going. So this particular one, this winter solstice here, the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere, summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. Sorry, I forgot about that bit. They're really beautiful times. In the summer solstice, it's very expansive and it's celebratory, and we want to be out in life and really living it and participating and just enjoying nature. And in the southern hemisphere, where it's the winter solstice, we tend to be still celebratory. It's the end of the harvest. It marks the end of a harvest time. And we go into this space of drawing within and warming ourselves and reflecting. So any of these markers in our 365-day dance of the planet, our planet Earth around the sun, these 4 pivotal times, solstices and equinoxes, really give us this time to reassess. So I hope the solstice, North Hemisphere or South Hemisphere, has been very kind to you. The biggest theme is gratitude, really having gratitude for all that you are, all that you have, and all that is coming. And those little moments of doing that really help us come back into ourselves, be really grounded and open. So this solstice time, sacred, celebratory, and very, very inner. It's time to look within for all of us and find that gratitude. So I think I have a caller at the moment, Jerry Ann from Canada. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Hope you.
Well, I have lots of questions, but the
Okay.
universe and spirits and everything will know what I need to know.
So hit me with a
If that
question.
makes
Give me
any
a
sense
question.
to you. Pardon me? Yeah, no, I don't have a question. It's when I get readings, I don't like to give question. I just like whatever spirit or the universe, whatever message they have for me.
Okay, well, I will pull a card for you. How's that? I'm going to pull 2 cards for you, actually. Beautiful, the light card. So we've got a beautiful message for Jerry Ann. So what is it that Spirit would like to bring through? Or what is it her higher self or her soul would like her to have awareness of, focus on, move towards, open up into? Here we go. Well-being. Got this beautiful energy of well-being here. So this is really about self-preservation. It's about self-care. It's about nourishment. It's about service to spirit. It is also about your energy. So with this one coming up, it really is about dropping more into your feminine self, more of the receiving, following your intuition, and as it says on the words here, service to spirit. So when we start approaching anything in life with how can I contribute, or what can I contribute of myself towards anything, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, friendship, whether it's doing something that you feel, oh, I don't really want to do this. How can you contribute from a place that's deeper within you? How can you contribute from that soul part of you, that spirit, the energy of spirit, and bring that through? Because that's very elevating and it lifts our vibration quite strongly.
I know I'm supposed to be service to humanity. I know that. I
Beautiful.
just don't know what direction am I supposed to go in. I know I can do cards. I get angel numbers. I get spirits come through. But I also know that I'm a light worker and can do energy work and that kind of thing. And I'm at a crossroads now. I'm ending my life as it was, only to be reborn as who I was always supposed to be. Only thing is, I don't know what that's supposed to be.
Okay, so this is the thing. We're so attached to our old way of being, where we had to know exactly what the next thing was before we could move towards it. This new world, new energy, new paradigm that we are moving towards, or that is starting to come in and around us and through us, is basically not about what is it I have to do and to get there. It's how am I feeling? What's my soul pulling me towards? Our soul doesn't really go with labels. Our soul work is our service. So what you're really wanting to know is, what am I meant to be doing? So I'm going to put it this way. You're meant to be doing you. Your greatest aspect of you in service and contribution, however that looks. Now, in my experience, I don't like labels. I do energy work. I do, I'm a public speaker. I'm an author. I do lots and lots of things. But when people actually come to me, it's like I tune in. What is it that this person is really needing? How can I contribute to this person? That is for you, if you want to help people, serve people, contribute to a bigger picture. Maybe it is about more, not so much what does the box of it look like? What does the label look like? Where do I have to fit this? And be more of this, I'm going to follow my own soul. And I'm just going to really trust that what I'm doing is where I'm meant to be, because it's way more expansive. And it means that you can open up more. There's no, it's no rigidity. Our old world was very rigid around where we had to be and what we had to do. This is more about how you're feeling and what that brings to you as well. Our feelings, as you're probably aware, is the greatest attraction energy that we can have. So if you know that you want to be, let's say, abundantly successful in your contribution from your soul level into humanity, and you know what that feels like, the more you cultivate that feeling, the more that where you want to be comes to you, because your light becomes very strong. Do you understand this?
Okay. I totally understand that.
Yeah, because what you're looking for is a definitive thing, and when we're doing service and contribution, there's no definitive thing, because it's an energetic aspect of ourselves. But what I could give you, if you're wanting something a little bit more refined or reframed for yourself, would be for 5 minutes a day, just sit somewhere outside, summertime in the Northern Hemisphere, so it must be beautiful weather, and close your eyes, put your timer on for 5 minutes, and all you need to do is sit there and breathe in, today I am my purpose. And as you breathe out, I'm willing to do what that takes. And just repeat that. Today I am my purpose, and I'm willing to do what that takes. Because this is the biggest hiccup for a lot of people around the world, is we're trying to get this, what's my purpose? We get this rigidity, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? The thing is, what we do in life is an expression. What our purpose is us, our soul, growing, evolving, expanding, elevating. And how we offer that in life is what we do. It's an expression. So you can work in a supermarket and be a highly evolved being. You can work in a car wash and be a highly evolved being. Being of service has nothing to do with the label of what you're doing. It's to do with the energy that's coming through you. So you are your purpose. And if you do that little process for at least a couple of weeks, I like to do it for a month, but a couple of weeks, what happens, the universe, consciousness, your higher self, whatever you believe in, it starts to drop hints and signs and pathways in front of you, opportunities, invitations, things start to come to you. So what happened with me, I was always doing body work and stuff, and a long time ago, I knew people were getting a lot of energy stuff from me, and I just knew stuff, so I was telling them when I was doing body work, but I didn't want to tell people I did that. And it wasn't until one day I just went, I have my arms, look, you know what, if this is what I'm being told to do, I will do it. But I need you guys to make it easy because I don't know where to start. Do you know that within a day, I had a phone call from someone saying, I know you do body work, but I'm actually wanting you to do energy work. And that's when it just flipped like that. As soon as I opened up and went, I'll do this. I don't know what it is yet, and I don't know what it's going to look like, but make it easy for me. And within 24 hours,
since I've started opening up and working with my own energy, there's all kinds of signs and messages, and like sometimes it's like, whoa, okay, we just need to slow down for about 5 minutes because it takes me longer to write them all down. So yeah, that is definitely happening. So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. When I go out and I feel like whatever my soul tells me I'm supposed to, when that person crosses my path, whatever they need, my soul's going to know what they need.
Beautiful. And the thing is, what you have to remember too is we don't actually do anything for anybody. Our energy initiates or activates or helps something in that person we're with remember. So our role is to be so strong and clear in ourselves that the energy we emanate is activating and triggering people to their own greatness.
Okay.
So
I actually have a young girl that I've kind of been working with, and she's nice.
Beautiful.
Very grateful.
It's also about your well-being. So the better you take care of yourself, the stronger your energy will be. All right?
Okay. Perfect.
Thank you
so very much.
I hope that was helpful.
Have a great day.
Take care. What a beautiful call. And that's a message for everyone. Be true to yourself, because that is what allows everybody else to find their own medicine for their spirit, which is what I do. So thank you for joining me. This is I really love doing this. This is so much fun. Remember, you have your own medicine, you have your own energy, you have your own wisdom, you have your own purpose. Go out and be that in the world. Blessings for now, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Evenings with Kimberly,
The Comedian Medium.
live from KimberlyWagonMakers.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Evenings with Kimberly
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, good evening. It's Kimberly Wagon Makers. I'm back again. This is my second time back. Hopefully you guys can follow me Thursdays, every Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time and 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Today I decided I'd talk less about myself, even though I've got so many amazing stories, but I thought I would take more callers to help more people out. So anybody that needs psychic or mediumship, go ahead and call in. Now's your chance. I got to learn to read these chat bars. Something popped up, but no name. Let me see. But yes, I'm ready to take calls. I'd like to focus on that, helping people today instead of talking about myself and being the crazy comedian I am. Is anybody there waiting? Okay. I can't tell. I popped up the chat bar, so maybe that'll help me. I'll start looking at it. But yes, I am a certified international medium, psychic medium. And I've had the gift since I can remember, very young. But I started putting it into practice when I went through my own loss in 2019. That's when I came out of the closet and said, I don't care who judges me, because really every time I finish with a sitter, I get nothing but thank yous and appreciate your service. And so I know I'm doing the right thing. And so I've been doing it now since I got certified. I got more brave and more brave and more brave. And now I'm doing radio. I actually went on to my business Facebook page and did 3 hours live with just names in the chat bar last week. That was so upsetting. Hi, Suzanne.
Hello.
Hi, Suzanne. How are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. So you're in, it looks like I'm reading, I don't know too much about geography, but I see it says Georgia.
Yes.
So you're calling this evening. Were you looking for psychic or mediumship? I feel like it's psychic.
Yeah, just something more like in general. We're looking into possibly doing some modifications on the home and things like that, or just anything in general, career-wise or whatever.
Yeah, less is more. The less you tell me, the better the only thing I like is like yes and no's to lead me in the right direction, but I kind of felt like you wanted more of a psych reading. Yeah. So I will delve right into that. You helped me out a little bit, darn it. But so you're spending money on a lot of home improvements at the moment. And you wanted to know if you were making the correct decisions. Do you really want the truth? Do you want my opinion? Do you want the answer to that?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
And I know sometimes it's hard though. And I have your approval to connect with the divine, the other side, to help you.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, I am inclined to tell you not to spend too much money on, how do you say, redecorating, upgrading your home. I feel like you're doing it because you maybe want to upgrade to another home and you feel like you'll get more money out of your home by doing this.
Okay.
Am I on the
maybe a little bit.
Okay. So the market right now is really good, and I feel like there's more inventory than there is for sale just because of interest rates. So now I'm talking business. But I would say if you're really, spirit's going through my nose. Whenever I do that, it's not gross. It's nothing weird. It's just spirit. When your nose, it knows. I would say that if you're really wanting something modern, I would encourage you not to maybe waste that money and just put your house. You'll probably get more than you think you'll get anyway. And then you can want and all those specific things. I feel like it might be a waste of money that you don't need to waste. Does that help you at all?
Okay. It does.
Okay. What else would you like me to go into? I feel like your relationship is already, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the chat bar. I don't feel like we have, okay, hold on. Okay, trying to read the chat bar and go very quick. But I have 5 minutes left with you. So do you have any specific questions? Is very steady and strong. I don't feel like there's any issues there. I feel like you have kids, but I feel like they're really not kids. Can you hear me?
Sorry, yeah, you broke up just a little bit. No, they are. That they're not grown up, they are.
Yes. That's what I said. I feel like, so maybe that's where we got cut off. So I'm correct.
And you're still cutting out.
I don't know why that connection, because I'm okay. Sorry if we're picking up though, dear. But I'll just try to talk loud and hopefully it goes on. But yeah, so I feel like your kids, you have children, I'll say, but they're grown up, so they're not young kids. I feel like your relationship is good as well. So there's nothing to talk about in that category. I feel like maybe this reconstruction you're doing on the home is also kind of like a hobby thing. But I just would rather see you maybe just save the money, sell, and move into something you can pick that is already the way you like it.
Okay.
Does that help? And ask me or tell me where you want me to rewind or.
No, I moved into another part of the house so I can hear you better. So I'm actually outside now. So I can hear you better now. I don't have the best reception here sometimes. So, but no, I understand what you're saying, and we don't know if we want to move yet. And I think that's why we're just kind of doing the upgrades, because we're not quite sure. Because if we're going to stay, we want to do it, because we like where we're at. We just don't know where we're going yet.
So really, I guess I would want to encourage you to really talk about it and think about it. Because I'm feeling like I'm hearing the number 45,000, and I'd rather see you wait and really talk about it and make sure, and not down the line end up selling and not really getting, because you can get your money out right now, and more than you think you can get, you'll get. So you could move into move into what your dream is, unless you really love being in this location. But I think that I feel like it's more of a hobby. Does that make sense?
I don't know if it's more of a hobby, but I think it's more needed in just one part of the house, not the entire house. So I think once we get that done, then the rest would be hobby.
Yeah. So just, I don't know if the 45,000 rings a bell with you, but that's a lot of money. So just want to encourage you to really think and make sure, because you guys could easily get your money and more than you think right now and move into what you want. Now, hit me with your next question or any question you have, because I want to get it all for you.
No, I understand. I appreciate that. Maybe my career path and then my husband's.
Well,
Or either one, whatever you're leaning more towards.
No, I'm just thinking about it, both of it. So are you 39?
No, I wish I was. I wish I was 39.
What? Because I'm hearing 39. So does that mean anything to you or him?
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay. So I would say, like, both of you have been in the same career. I feel like you both have been in the same career most of your life. And 60 seconds. I feel like you've been in the same career most of your life. And at this point, I probably wouldn't recommend switching into something totally new unless it's what you love.
Okay.
But I think for the stability, I would stay, both of you, in what you're doing, because I feel like it's what you know and it's what you've both been doing for a very long time. So it's going to be better for your retirement unless there is something that you want to pursue that you really love. That'd be the only way I'd say it.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for the Wendy McCallum Show with Wendy McCallum. Wendy McCallum. Live from divineintuition.co.uk.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is the Wendy McCallum Show
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, good evening and welcome. Well, thank you for joining us on this lovely evening. I hope you've had a wonderful week here in London, well, Campbell and Surrey. The weather's been simply amazing, and we had Father's Day, so I hope you've been looking after your lovely fathers. I've sent my dad, because he lives in Scotland and I live in England, so I sent my dad a lovely card, and he's given me some more tips for you this week. So every week, my lovely dad, who's 85, gives me a fun fact about where I'm from in Kilmarnock in Ayrshire in Scotland. And I absolutely love it, because it means I'm learning about like my heritage. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy it as well. So we've spoken about Robbie Burns before. He was the famous poet from Ayrshire in Scotland. And Robbie Burns lived in a place called Mauchline for a little while at a farm called Mossgill Farm. Now, also out of Mauchline, the curling stones are made for the Winter Olympic Games. So my dad was telling me today that they're actually mined in the Isle of Craig, which is just on the outskirts. And you're only allowed to mine the granite like every 10 years or so, because the Royal Society for Protection of Birds has classed it as a wildlife reserve. So there you go. There's your fun fact for this week. Yeah. So I believe I've got a lovely caller this week, and her name is Sarah. So hi, Sarah. Welcome. Are you there? Hello, hello. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. I hope you're doing
Can you
well.
hear me?
I can hear you.
Thank you. Yeah. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay. Yeah. So if there is, just breathe for a couple of seconds, and then we'll be able to connect. Okay. So sometimes it causes little bits of problems. Yeah. So have you had a reading before, Sarah? Fantastic.
I have had readings, but not by you.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much. Now, how can I help you tonight, Sarah? Is there something that I can help you with?
I'm just hoping for anything that you can tell me moving forward with my life.
Oh, all right, lovely. No worries, yeah. So is it psychic or is it mediumship you're looking for tonight? Psychic is about you, mediumship is about connecting with your loved ones and spirits. I've got a feeling it's more psychic for you, my lovely.
Okay.
Okay, is that okay? Psychic okay with you?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just taking a couple of cards. Well, I'm not taking them, they're choosing me, yeah, because I don't know if you can see that. I love it when they jump at the park like this, because it's like, pick me, pick me, pick me. Oh, look, they're all going for jumping at, yeah. So, okay. So, I might ask you, does this make sense to you, to make sure that I'm on the right track? Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Do we still have you? Perfect. Okay. It's almost like I feel that you've been worrying about something, Sarah. It's like I feel that either that or you're not quite sleeping properly. It's like I'm feeling that my sleep's being broken, and I also feel like there's something on my mind. Can you understand this, please, darling?
There isn't anything on my mind, but I think I've probably had some disturbed sleep.
Yeah, because I'm just feeling that my sleep's broken, that there's something going on, yeah. It's also like as well that I'm looking at change and opportunity, okay? So I'm wondering or feeling that you may be looking at work and be feeling a little bit, the words that I've got coming into my mind is a little bit discontented. And I feel that there's new opportunity here coming for work for you, if that's what you're looking for. So would I be right in feeling this? Would that be making any sense to you, Sarah?
No.
No, okay. Right, let's have a wee look, see what's going on. Okay. I just feel at the minute that you're kind of looking at the world, and it's kind of like I'm looking at for answers. I'm looking at for answers to things. It's almost like I don't know. It's almost like I feel that you've been looking after or caring for others for such a point, yeah, that you've not necessarily been looking at yourself, you see. And it's almost like I'm looking at it and saying, well, where to now? Where to now? Where am I going now? You know? And that's why I'm feeling that change is coming up, because I feel that you're seeking change. I feel that you're attracting change. I'm a firm believer in the law of attraction, you see. And most of the cards that have came out here at this moment are all about money and work, yeah. Now, I also know that, I also feel that work is also home, yeah, because your work affects your home life, and sometimes our work is our home, you know, because we might be a mother, so therefore, you know, our job is looking after the family. And I just feel at the minute that it's almost like I feel that seeds have been planted for change, and these seeds are now beginning to grow a little bit, you see. And I do feel that there is change out there, and it is coming in, you see. And I do feel that if you are looking for work, yeah, or you are looking for, because this is all I've got, as I don't know if you can see these cards, they're wonderful cards. So this is about new opportunities, new beginnings from a financial level, from a work point of view, yeah. We've got the Page of Pentacles here, also looking at money and looking at work and looking at change and opportunity, you see. I've also got this lovely card here, which means that we've been holding on to our money because we don't quite know where we're going at the moment, you see. So it makes sense just to make sure that everything's in order. But I do feel that there is more, there's new opportunity coming work-wise for you. And I do feel that when it comes, yeah, it will come quite soon, you see. And I do feel that you'll be successful in some sort of change. Am I making any sense, my darling?
Possibly. Definitely the change, but not the work, because I'm very happy in my job.
Okay, fantastic. But I just feel that I've got change, and I've got change on the cusp. Is there anything in particular you want me to look at?
Love.
Love, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just see what I'm pulling. Okay, bear with me a tick.
Okay.
So you're on your own at the minute. Have I lost you? Okay.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. So you're on your own at the minute, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what all this is about. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to this. Okay. I don't want to bring personal stuff up in a public reading, okay? And I won't do that, yeah? So what we might do is we might carry this after, okay? But I just feel as I'm looking back at relationships, this is what I've got coming into my mind, yeah? So things have been a little bit up and down. Things obviously never worked the way that you wanted to for one reason or another, which I don't want to divulge in a public place, okay? But this is what the cards are telling me, is that there's something new coming in for you. And it'll be a change to what you're used to, shall we say, okay? So I feel that the relationship will be, we've got 2 minutes left. Okay, so I do feel that the gentleman coming in, feels like a lovely, how can I put it? Just a complete opposite to that has been before, okay? And I feel that this relationship that's coming in, and I want to say I've got about 3 months, before this transpires, okay? That it fulfills you on different levels. So it's not just almost like it feels like it comes in as a friendship, but then it progresses into a relationship, and then it progresses into like this wonderful relationship, okay? Because I've got the Rainbow of Cups here in front of me, which means fulfillment, okay? It feels like when this relationship comes in, it just feels like, as I say, it's completely different to that you've had before. Now, I'm aware that we've got 60 seconds left. I'm not very good at reading under pressure. I like to take my time and get into it, you see. But I do feel that this relationship coming in, will be a successful relationship, and it'll be a permanent relationship rather than just a kind of you know, at the beginning of something that's not going to work. I do feel that this relationship will work. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm keep getting messages saying we've got 30 seconds. We've got 30 seconds. I think we'll need to take this offline. Okay. After the show, yeah. But thank you for working with me tonight. I'm sorry we never got to the bottom of it. What I wanted to get into. But as I say, we'll take this after the show. So thank you so much for calling in this evening. I'll speak to you shortly. My name's Wendy McCallum, psychic medium from Camberlane, Surrey, and you will find me at divineintuition.co.uk, or you will find me on Facebook, Wendy McCallum Medium. Thank you so much for joining the show tonight, and I will see you next week.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Soul Tea with Marie, with Antoinette Marie. Antoinette Marie. Live from AntoinetteMarie.net.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Soul Tea with Marie
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my show, Soul Tea with Marie. I have a special guest today, but I just want to say that before we begin, that you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and I also have a website if you want to book a reading at AntoinetteMarie.net. So my special guest is Leslie, who does all things. Well, she's a medium, she's a psychic, she has a lot of gifts that she uses, but twin flames is what we're going to be focusing on today. And this is her book, just so you know. I did put it up. If you have me on Instagram, I don't know if you can see it. There it is. And we're going to be talking about that this evening. I only have 20 minutes with everyone. So if you want an extended version of this, go to my YouTube channel. She and I will continue the chat over the next week or two, and you'll hear all about it. So Leslie, tell them who you are.
Hi, everybody. My name is Leslie Sampson, and I am a certified psychic medium. I'm also a writer. This is my book, Find Your Twin Flame. It's about almost 20 years of research in metaphysics, and also coexisting with my twin flame who is on the other side. I have a lot of irons in my spiritual fire, but twin flames is my main focus.
So let me ask you, let's just begin there. How did you begin that journey?
Well, I started my spiritual journey when this spirit just kind of busted into my consciousness and broke all my boundaries and defied all my rules and was like, boom, hello. And literally said hello. And I was terrified. And then about, I don't know, almost 2 years later, year and a half, 2 years later, I found out that he was my twin flame. And I was like, what? What is that? And why does it mean anything to me? I don't get it. So that's kind of from there is where I started down my, I guess
your twin flame path. Let me ask you this, because that is rare. Most people find their twin flame or soulmate. Twin flames are a little bit different. They usually find them here, but your twin flame, you realize, was your twin flame on the other side. Did you ever meet him here on Earth in 3D?
In 3D, no, I did not, sadly. Come to find out, once upon a time, he was actually 45 minutes away from my house. And I didn't know it at the time. I didn't know him or anything about him. So we've been close, but no, we did not ever meet on this plane. And it's interesting because, you know, there is a lot of focus on meeting your twin flame on Earth. But what people don't realize is that it's more common for, you know, one twin to be here and the other twin to be on the other side helping you out. So I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. That makes a lot of sense, because a lot of times the reason why you have a twin flame is so that you ascend, or so that you have a spiritual awakening and that you move up. It's more the soulmate is where you get the love and the angst and the, you know, all the karmicness with it. But it's the twin flame that, at least in my opinion, correct me if I'm wrong, in my opinion, it's the twin flame where it's more about the spirituality of it and ascending and then being of service. And you're both of service. And so how does that work for you to be of service? Because you come together with your twin and then you create something together. and you're of service together. So how does that work with your twin on the other side?
Well, luckily for me, I'm a natural born medium, psychic medium, so that actually is very helpful. We actually function as, one, basically.
And how, what do you mean by that? Function as one?
Well, our energy is equal. Our energy is the same. So even though there's a plane that separates us, every step I take, he takes. Every step he takes, I take. So, there was a time when I actually could close my eyes and actually see exactly where he is on the other side and exactly what he's doing. So we work that way together. Now, do you need to be a psychic? No, you don't. You really don't, because twin flames are connected by a cord, sort of like an umbilical cord, that transcends all space and time. So it's literally sort of feeding into that connection and kind of tugging on that cord a little bit, that can actually help you day to day in working your lessons and walking your path with your twin.
Would you say that your twin still has lessons to learn and he's able to learn them through you? Are you able to, that's one question, I have two that go with it. And are you able to either cut the cords of his karmic human the things that he's done here that he needed to cut cords with? Are you able to do some of that?
Well, actually, yes. When we started this journey, I had built up in my mind an enormous dam to block all of my memories and all the crap that I didn't want to deal with. And he had to help me take that down brick by brick by brick.
You mean your childhood?
Yes, everything.
Everything. Got it.
But he had one, but it wasn't a dam. His was more like suitcases. Different colors, different sizes, different shapes. Some of them were, square. Some of them were like, bags that you carry over like a backpack. So we had different approaches, but it was kind of the same concept. And we discovered most of the time the things that we had left to learn were very similar. Like we had reached as far as we could on our own in this particular lesson, like trauma from our childhood, for example, and couldn't go any further without one another. So that was it. Do we get to cut the cords to that? Well, sometimes yes and sometimes no. It just depends on if we've actually progressed far enough to do it.
Do you believe that you're part of his ascension as well? Even though he's on the other side, do you believe that what you do here is part of that?
I do, actually, because I firmly believe that everything that we accomplish, we do together. And even if it isn't necessarily something I'm working on, I know that he is, and vice versa. So absolutely. I mean, just because they're on the other side doesn't mean the soul stops evolving and stop learning and stop growing. And, I think it's important to remember that because, even though we no longer have like the confines of this sort of earthly body, we still have our crap to deal with, basically, it doesn't go away ever.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Not at all. I'm curious. So, there's a lot of, I call them misconceptions when it comes to your twin. So what I have heard is that when you have your twin, you're at the same frequency, but your spirituality is the same. And I don't know if I quite believe that because I think everybody's kind of shifting and we're learning. It's almost like we overlap our twin. Like they go here and then they pull you up and then you pull them up. And even if they're on the other side, sometimes your spirituality can outweigh theirs and vice versa. And maybe even though we're 3D, we're not 4D or 5D, we still have our higher selves up there that are, we're like little puppets. This is a simulation. We're learning, we're growing. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. I actually believe that, it's sort of, I don't think we overstep. I think we step together.
Got it.
In the sense that, for example, if let's say he was more spiritually inclined to one religion than myself, okay, well then I get to learn about that religion, and then he gets to learn about mine.
Oh,
And
right,
you know
right.
what you know what I mean? So we get to learn from one another, and we get to express to one another our experiences. And it makes it a lot easier because then that whole concept of 3D, 5D, 4, all that, it kind of disappears a little bit because it becomes less about, the physicality and more about the learning and the evolving. And that's not just for people who have a twin on the other side. That's for twin flames in general. That's the whole point and purpose of a twin flame and soul revolution. So that's the purpose. I mean, that's the evolution. That's what happens. It, 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 See how I get when I talk about it? It's natural. That's the whole goal, the whole point, the whole purpose. So it's gonna happen. You can't. There's no way around it. You have to do that work.
Right. Right. I agree. No, you absolutely do. I mean, that's the whole point. What do you think about, so actually two things. I want to ask you kind of a funny question because your twin flame is over there. So, here, if we're both here on Earth, so you have the push and pull. I don't completely subscribe to that, but the push and pull or the fighting, whatever. So, do you ever get into arguments with your twin flame? I know this is
Well,
really woo-woo. Some people out there going like, "What are those ladies talking about?" But I'm just
okay.
curious.
I'm like the queen of weird and woo woo. Okay, I get it. But do we ever get into arguments? Absolutely. I don't know of a relationship that exists where you don't have some kind of disagreement. Now, does it mean that we yell and scream and fight or whatever? No, no, not necessarily. I can't think of any existence or any point in our existence together where that's actually happened. But do I call him a name? Yeah. Like
That's great.
when he first came to me, I was like, "Why me? It's expletive. I hate you. Why are you doing this to me? I just leave me alone." And yeah, he took it. So now he gets a little revenge every now and then. But
Well, it's been a lot of years now. Did you have you were already spiritually awakened when he came, correct? Okay, because so when my twin came, I was not spiritually awakened. I don't know, mine's a whole story, but um I'm gonna change gears just a little bit here. What do you think is the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate? And I know that's heavy. I know we only have a few more minutes here, but go for it.
here's my simple explanation that I always use to answer this question. A twin flame, you only have one of. A twin flame is you're equal on a soul level in every way. You only have one. Okay. Soulmates, you have a multitude. You could have billions of them at any given point. Okay. And the reason they're called a soulmate is because they match the vibration of your soul that exists with you and your twin flame. So your twin flame comes in and makes the mess, turns everything upside down, knocks stuff over. It's like it looks like a total, the day after a huge gigantic party. Your your soulmate comes in and helps you clean it up.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
true.
that's how I've always sort of explained it because I mean there's more to it than that. But the bottom line is your twin flame when you come into contact with one another, you meet one another, that evolution starts to continue at a deeper rate. And so sometimes it feels like a roller coaster ride. There's ups and downs and ins and outs, and you don't know what to do. And then sometimes you just need somebody else to help you through it. Enter a soulmate. When I started on this, I had nobody. And then the further I got on this journey, the more people started showing up and going, wait a minute, tell us about this twin flame thing, because what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Then I started having soulmates to help me get through it.
I find that interesting what you said about how your twin flame comes into your life and then the soulmate cleans up the mess, or almost like you go through certain lessons with the soulmate, which would really go with what you said earlier about the twin flame being on the other side. So it's almost like they don't participate in that. They come, they drop the lesson, they drop the spirituality of it all, whatever the gift is, and then they're like, okay, I'm going to hand you over to this person and you're going to go learn those lessons. And
yeah,
when it ends, let me know.
Right. I worked with someone one time who described it as that her twin flame came and dropped a spiritual H-bomb.
Right.
So
That's
I was
exactly what it is.
Oh, perfect. So, and that's not to say that it's terrible. It's not. It's not supposed to be hard. People will want to say, well, they'll want to make it hard. But it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be whatever you want.
What I always take issue with is when someone, or when I hear a lot of people talking about twin flames and it goes into the abusive lane, or the extreme fighting, or the extreme, he's my twin flame or she's my twin flame, but she's cheating, he's lying. And I'm like, I think that's a karmic. We can't say it's each person's journey. But what I have seen is if it's a true twin flame, you don't have that, but they might bring in the soulmate where you will experience all of that. But I don't believe that they put you through all of that, because the love is so pure. Yes, you have that argument, like I had said, when you're trying to grow and you're breaking out of your, the onions are peeling back and you're breaking out of your shell. I do think you can have that angst against your twin, like, I can't go, especially if they're on the other side. I can't go there. I can't go. Okay, fine. I'll do it. But I think that's as far as it goes. Once you start getting into lying, cheating, abusing, I don't necessarily believe we're dealing with the twin flame. What are your thoughts? What do you think?
Here's what I say to this, because I actually write about this. There's a whole subchapter in here in my book about it. Your twin flame is exactly the same as you are on the soul level and messes you pretty parallel in your existence. Okay. So why would there be any need for your twin flame to harm you in any way? If you're with someone and they, abuse you in any way, physically, emotionally, sexually, etc., that is not your twin flame. If they, cheat on you or treat you terribly in any way, shape, or form, there's no way that's your twin flame, because it doesn't serve a purpose. It doesn't evolve the soul. There might be a lesson in there somewhere, but I don't know what you would learn from a situation like that, to be honest, other than to try to help yourself get out of it, and learn to not maybe put yourself in that situation. I'm not really sure what the lesson would be there, but it doesn't evolve the soul.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, if it doesn't evolve the soul, it is not within the confines of the twin flame relationship. It just isn't.
Right. I completely agree with that. And I want to take it a step further, because I know people are out there going to say, well, but not everyone's perfect and everybody has flaws and they are cheaters. And what I think is, eventually we all do have a twin flame, but we may not have one right now. And that person who is abusive or is cheating or lying, they may not have, now I'm not an expert, they may not have evolved to the point of having a twin flame. That hasn't opened up to them. And then when they do, evolve out of that part. You reincarnate, however it works, and then you move into you're ready for the twin flame connection, and then you start that journey, because we live forever, essentially, usually. But I mean, that's a whole other subject. We're not going to go there.
Yes. But I get what you're saying, especially when it comes to like karmic relationships and things like that, where, sometimes karma is repaid in the worst way possible. But I maintain, if it is your twin flame and you have come together, there has to be some point of soul evolution where when you come together, you realize that it is not beneficial to yourself, to your twin, to your soul path to continue on an abusive.
I agree. Journey. 100%. I agree with that, and that's my belief as well. That they can't be a twin flame for you. Now they can still have, say, they're passive aggressive. They might have you know what I mean? They might, if you're passive, if you have the same type, they will still be like that. But you can be passive aggressive without it taking it to extreme. You know what I mean? They still keep their personalities. They can still be sarcastic and funny, but I don't think that ever leaves. I think we stay who we are.
Oh, definitely. In my work as a medium, that's one of the ways that we prove, and I know that one of the ways that we prove the continuity of life is to actually share personality traits, likes, dislikes, favorite sayings, etc. Like that stuff continues. So the same goes along the lines of your twin flame. If they're on the other side, or even if they're here, it doesn't matter. They are who they are on a soul level, and that is the exact same as who you are on a soul level. So it's really hard. That was the hardest part for my brain to get, is that it doesn't matter what we look like in our happy little physicality. All that matters is that little part inside of you.
I don't know. My twin flame better be good looking over there. That's all I got to say.
Well, I kind of think we're all beautiful when we get over there. We return to who we are, our soul. So, but all that matters is that your soul is just along for it's being housed in this body so it can learn and evolve, and that's all that matters. It'll be a long time to learn.
Okay, so I have a controversial question for you that, there's 50-50, people go either way. So your twin flame, twin soul counterpart, whatever you want to call it, were you one split apart, or were you two came together as one? Dun, da, da, da.
Dun, da, da, da. Okay, yeah, this is like crazy. Okay, here's how it was explained to me, and here's how I've learned. A soul is created by infinite intelligence, divine intelligence, God. Insert your moniker here. Okay, a soul is created. It has the same divine DNA, same blueprint. Then it's divided. It's not like cutting an orange in half, because when it's separated, it becomes two complete souls, because each soul has divine, divine white universal energy, and then masculine and feminine energy, and the same soul blueprint. So, by the way, that's where we get 1111, because the 11s represent divine feminine and divine masculine in each soul. Anyway.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that in your book? Did I miss it? I gotta reread. I gotta reread the book.
It is. But so no, they're not. It's not like a soul was literally split in half, and I only get half of the divine chromosomes, and my twin Chico only has he has the other half. No.
So it's are you talking about an oversoul? Are you talking about, okay.
No. It's literally, when it splits into a complete soul. A soul.
So what was it before?
It was one.
Okay.
And it contained all of the stuff that you need.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put it, like for example, if I take a box of cake mix and I divide it into 2 bowls, it's still complete cake mix, even though I've split it apart. Terrible analogy, but blame my guides, okay? Terrible analogy. So it's still complete.
Is it vegan? Anyway, I digress.
Yes, actually, it is. But the important thing to remember is that the reason why they're complete is because they still contain the same amount of energy that is necessary for a soul to actually exist.
Got it. Got it.
So that way, we don't, So that's why the soul recognizes its mate. That's why it's not gender specific. That's why, my twin flame could actually reincarnate as my dog if they wanted to.
Well, that's a whole other subject right there.
Oh, yeah.
Or that's, yeah, for sure. Interesting. I always, we'll have to discuss it more because I always subscribe to the theory that we were 2 souls because of free will and that eventually we decided to become one. But that doesn't mean I'm right. So
I have learned, very important. There's no right or wrong, and no one can tell you what's right or wrong when it comes to twin flames because it's your soul.
Right. Absolutely. So, absolutely. And it's nice to hear both viewpoints because people, who's ever listening, everybody's coming from a different place. However, we only have a few seconds left. We've got 30 seconds left. So I want to make sure everybody knows where to find you.
I'm also on socials, Facebook, Insta, and TikTok. And my website is lesliesampson.com. And
that's just so you know, it's LeslieSampson.
Correct. Yeah.
And she is a medium, a psychic. You can find her on my website as well. I have her there, and her book is there, and her book is also on Instagram, Amazon. You can find her book there, and she is, can I say, you may or may not be writing another book? So anyway, I just want to thank everyone for listening, and thank you, Leslie, for coming. Hopefully you will come back and we will discuss some more, and I'll see you on my YouTube channel. Absolutely.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for the Mini Medium with Stephanie Cowan. Live from TarotWithSteph.net.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is the Mini Medium
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
All right. Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. And a happy summer solstice. I'm your Mini Medium on the A1R Psychic Radio and the Moonstruck TV. And I was looking at all the different national days of what today is. I just love to see some of the silly ones. So, of course, some may know today is summer solstice. So the longest day of the year, which I love the sun. And so this is a good energy day. It's been very good. And also, today is National Giraffe Day. So there you go. There's some useless knowledge, I feel like sometimes. Not only is it National Giraffe Day, but it's also National Yoga Day. So if you love yoga, which I absolutely love yoga, it helps me to get centered and focused and start to kind of align my chakras and connect to my highest divine. And I love yoga when I get the chance to do yoga. So yes, National Yoga Day, both summer solstice and National Giraffe Day. It's also National Selfie Day. So if you have not taken a selfie of yourself today, then celebrate. Go take a selfie. Like the famous bathroom selfies, right? Anyways, so I am really looking forward to today, and I've been under the weather since I got back from South Africa. And today, I felt like, okay, I'm good. I feel better. I'm still kind of dealing with some congestion, but I was just so excited because I really miss doing my readings on my Facebook page. So on Stephanie's Tarot readings on Facebook, after I do my podcast, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, approximately. Sometimes I'm hopping on later, but I just provide free readings for an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, depending on the night. And I've missed it a few weeks because I haven't been feeling well. So if you're interested, hop on that page and watch, and you might be chosen to receive a free reading. Such a fun group. So I hope you can do that. And then, of course, calling into the beautiful A1R Psychic Radio and get readings from so many gifted souls. I feel so blessed. I've started to become connected and friends with many of them. So it's been amazing. All right, my friends. So every week I pull an affirmation card, and I really pull that card based on a number that I get popping in my head. And today, the number I've been seeing a lot is 26, so 26. So I pulled the 26th card, and if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, and you can see this beautiful card, it's got this beautiful butterfly. All the cards do, but they all have different pictures of the butterflies. So the affirmation, this is for everybody for this week, and I loved this. When I read this, I thought, oh my gosh, I don't even know if there's anyone out there that this wouldn't resonate with, but the affirmation says that forgiveness helps me to let go and move on with my life, opening up to new and loving experiences. I freaking love this. So I'll read it again. So forgiveness helps me to let go and move on with my life, opening up to new and loving experiences. So I'll tell you, forgiveness, I feel, is one of the hardest selfless acts that we can do. And really, it's one of those things too where I tell my clients when they come and we do readings and they're really holding on to resentment or grudges or whatever it may be. And I will tell them that, the forgiveness that is needed doesn't necessarily mean that you forgive the action. You don't forgive the person. You're just forgiving so that you can move on and get closure. So I'll tell you, it is definitely a difficult thing to do, but I have actually been able to forgive some of the people in my life that have done some things that have made me a little bit upset or sad or what may be. But once you're able to do that forgiveness, I'm telling you, my friends, it's freedom. It is freedom. And, I hope that everybody can, hopefully everybody can find that strength to do it, because it's not easy, that's for sure. All right. Well, we've got our beautiful affirmation out there. And now I've got my first caller tonight. And I'm not sure. Artemis. Yes. Hi, Artemis from New Mexico.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm all things considered.
Yes. Oh, how can I help you tonight, my friend?
Well, I mean, I'm not. Can I ask to speak to somebody, or
this
is there
is
anybody
Stephanie.
around me that is waiting to talk to me?
Oh, I got you. Okay. Okay. I thought you meant, are you waiting to talk to someone for a reading? I'm sorry, I misunderstood. So really wanting to see if there's anyone in spirit that's wanting to give you a message. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So when I do my readings, sometimes I'll pull some cards and connect with the cards, and just more in a kind of a guidance or visual validation. But as I've been sitting here, one of the things that I also do is I'll get numbers, and numbers for me are very important. Numerology just always goes so well with my mediumship abilities. So the number that I've been seeing just before you came on is the number 26, 26. Do you connect
Right, I
with
heard
that?
you say that.
Okay, okay.
Do I what?
Do you connect with that number with anyone that is in spirit?
Not that I know of. I mean, that would be 6, right? Or that would be 8, correct?
It can be, yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Broken down. So 8 is the number of money matters. That actually connects directly to me, no? But
I feel like it does for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Welcome to the the everyday American life. I feel like,
To Earth, right? Life on Earth.
Yeah.
Well, should I tell you who I wanted to connect to, or who I was hoping?
Yeah, if you'd like. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, one of my brothers just recently passed away, and I was just wondering if he had anything to say to me or any updates. Do you need his name or?
Nope. The less information that I have, the better, because I want to make sure that everything I'm getting is with my abilities, my gifts, and not any kind of information given. But and even that number 26, I'm telling you, this is connecting to you. So we don't have to try to figure it out. It will connect later. But I want you to think of it as being the 26th of a month, the age of 26. This can be February 6th when I get 2 and 6, February 6th. So, and the 8, yes, but sometimes I feel that's a bit of a stretch. But what was interesting, I have to tell you, go ahead.
No, I was just saying more so 26 rather than 8.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
The number 26. Okay.
Yeah, just keep it in mind for sure. But what was interesting is I counted out the 26 card in my deck, and I happened to pull this strength card. And I'll show on the video here if you go back and if you're watching, but this beautiful strength card has the number 8 on it. I thought, okay, this is interesting.
Oh. Wow.
So, very number based. And so 8 can also be August or the 8th of a month. So just, again, I would say keep those two in mind.
August is the month I was born as well.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, I have like a strange connection with August and Thursday for some reason.
Oh my gosh. I love that. Now, I was hearing a 2-syllable D name. I kept getting like Donnie or Donald, David, 2-syllable D name. Do you connect with that?
Wow, actually, I mean, I could be, because I mean, I've honestly had like honestly, like 15 core friends passed away within the last 2.5 years.
Oh,
So
bless your heart.
there is a person that's name was Donald. Donald.
Okay. Okay. And Donald is in spirit, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I feel like I have Donald here because I when I connect and my clairaudient kicks in and I start to hear names very specifically, they're a strong energy. So I feel like we may have Donald here. So just keep that in mind. Now with your brother, okay. Are you a family of all the same names, like all A's are connected or named after others, so namesakes?
Actually, no. My mom named me after the Greek goddess of the wilderness, Greek mythology.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I
Thank
love
you.
that.
We both have actually different names.
Gotcha. And does your brother have the same connection with his name? Like your mom named you after the god?
Actually, no, because my dad got to name the boys, so he wanted his name was Rennie, but he wanted the boys to have very, very simple names.
What was his name?
Has to not be teased. What's my brother's name?
Yes.
Timothy. Tim.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's too funny. But Dad's like, nope, I'm giving him a name that they won't be. They won't be teased.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna quiet my mind for just a moment, see if I can't get anything from Timothy.
Or I mean,
even
if he doesn't,
Donald.
if there's Donald, what does Donald have to say?
I really feel there's a strong connection with him and the message, I guess, if you will, or the feeling that I'm getting from Donald is that, I'll tell you, at the end of his passing, and even after, he's shown me that there was some maybe disagreement, I guess, if you will, about what to do next. And for example, and this is just an example, hypothetically speaking, he was cremated, but he didn't want to be, or there were some things that were done that he's just shown me that wanting the family to know that he's okay with everything, that because this has really caused some tension. So
there's discrepancy. Okay.
Yeah, so I would say just keep that message in mind if you get that opportunity, or to share that message, I would say. But I know I only have a few minutes here. I've got another caller, but I do want to tell you one thing I was feeling the minute you said Timothy's name. I really felt this sense of him being a bit of a protector of you, but also relying on you for advice. It felt to me that he very much protected you, but respected you, if that makes sense.
It does.
And he I'm not sure, I don't know what age he passed, but I keep getting mid-40s. He keeps showing me that he's like, I keep getting for whatever reason the number 47. So again, that can be April 7th, but or 47 to age.
Probably like April 7th or right. He was just before Easter.
Okay, perfect. So and really, I would say just kind of to wrap it up in a sense, but the strongest message I feel from him is that he says you need to listen to the music. He says listen to the music. So I'm not sure how that may connect, but through music, he's trying to communicate with you. So listen to the songs, listen to the words. I feel like you'll see that connection with him. And he must have been a smoker, my friend. because I can smell smoke, or or marijuana because I smell pot. So I
He was
don't know
a
if
kind
he
of a
did,
closet
but
smoker. He didn't smoke pot, but
yeah,
he smoked cigarettes.
yes, he did. It's very
Kind of
strong in my
closet
room
like.
right now. Yes,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And that could
So
very well be his time.
can you I mean, just real quick, I hate to change. I know you're in a hurry, kind of, but can you just tell me, like, is this period that I'm going through gonna be over soon with some kind of happy resolution, or I'm just
Yeah, and this has to do with the financial struggle, right? You were mentioning earlier.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
I
just rather
do.
the way people ever.
Yeah. Okay. No, I feel like the biggest advice or suggestion I would say for you is, for one, I keep feeling like there's a lot of outside noise, influence, and I really feel for your best interest is to shut that out and to mute that, because I feel that influence is just going to delay um, the time period for things to get better. So I really, so does that make sense?
Just ignore it, you mean, and just go on my way?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Don't let it
Yes.
affect me.
Exactly.
That does
Yes.
make sense.
Yes.
It's just the rest of the family members.
I know. It's so
there were 5 of us. There's only 3 now left.
Oh my goodness. Well, I say,
Yeah.
just watch after you and, keep that good positive energy going out there. Okay.
Do I have good energy, or can you tell?
Yeah, no, I feel like I do.
You can
I
tell
see,
me the truth,
I
no?
see the potential. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, all right, my friend, I've got another caller on the, but I appreciate you calling and I hope this helps just a little bit for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you, and you have a wonderful day and wonderful night. Thank you so much. I appreciate your
Thank you.
energy and everything.
You're so welcome. All right. Take care, hon. Bye-bye. Okay. All right. All right. I'll take my next caller is Melissa in Kentucky. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Hi, this is Stephanie, the mini medium. How can I help you tonight?
I don't really have any specific questions, just mainly wanting to know, if I'm on the right path. I mean, things have been pretty rough over the past year or so, and kind of wondering, relationship-wise, financial, everything. I'm just, if everything's going to start to look up.
Yes, yes. Okay, I'll tell you, I don't know if this helps any, but it seems to be the common thing going on right now in the world. I see so many people and provide so many readings, and a lot of people are in that same energetic space. So if anything, no, you're not alone, my friend. You're not alone. Unfortunately, but I do feel some things that I would say that I see coming for you. Really is having to do with well, can I ask, do you have children? Because I see 3 children around you. I see 3.
Okay, well, I have a daughter and a grandson, and my son passed away when he was born. But that's it.
Okay, that would be the 3. Okay, beautiful.
Okay.
So you've got the 3 childlike energy around. Perfect. Okay. So, and one thing that
I do have an issue with my daughter right now. That could maybe, if anything comes through about that.
Yes, and that's what I'm seeing. That's the first thing that I feel is coming up is just the connection with your, children or with your daughter. And the one thing that I feel too is when I connect with her, and I don't have her permission to enter her energetic space per se, but just intuitively, I feel that, she's really, she's struggling with, being a bit of a lost soul, is, and her kind of not quite sure where she's heading. is a bit reflecting back onto you and others. And so it's, you know, it's
That makes a lot of
unfortunate.
sense.
Yeah, yeah. And it's hard because I'm a mom too. And when our babies are hurting, you know, we want to try to help
she's
them.
just recently, she's a new mom, a new wife, all together, you know, and, you know, my grandson is just barely over a year old, and I haven't got to see them or speak to them since he was about 6 months old. And it's just about killed me. And my daughter and I always had the best relationship.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's hard. I know. Our grandbabies and our children are so important, for sure.
I didn't even know love until I met that grandbaby.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know exactly. I have three. I have three now.
Oh wow.
And they're just,
I mean, I love my
they're
daughter,
amazing.
but oh my gosh.
Yes, I know there's nothing like being a grandma, right? Nothing like it. It's so amazing. But you know, and I feel really a lot of what I'm seeing is just for one, give it some time. I do feel, you know, that she needs some space. She needs some time, not being too overzealous or, you know, trying to, you know, get into her space too much, because I do feel she's very overwhelmed. But to still keep that connection with her, and whether it's just, you know, sending cards or a present or just a simple text, you know, because I know that she needs you right now. I can feel it. She needs you, but she's just so overwhelmed. And
I think she's being really not manipulated as much, but influenced, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
There's something outside, you know, influence, noise, or whatever you want to call it, that I feel she's really struggling with, you know, to you know, to take sides per se. But I, you know, I do feel like this within the next 3 months. I keep feeling like, you know, right about September, that things start to, in a sense, get better. But I feel like not just with the relationship with her, but also just in general with a lot of what you got going on. And one thing that, okay. Yeah, I also, are you working? Do you work?
No, I need to work. I want to work. That's another problem I'm having.
Yeah. Okay. And that just kind of validates. I just kept feeling like wherever you were at right now, just wasn't working. Well, obviously that makes sense. Needing to find work. And I really do, I feel here in the next about 3 weeks, you know, by the end of, well, I guess mid-July, I would say just watch for this new opportunity. And I want you to know, I do feel when you apply or put your resume out for these jobs, step out of your comfort zone, because I feel if you don't step out of that comfort zone of what you know, then you're just going to get stuck in that same rut of the same thing that you just didn't enjoy in the past. Yeah. Step out of, you know, it's like when you see a listing and it tells you all of the qualifications, and then one or two things you're like, gosh, I don't know how to do that, or I've
That's
never.
exactly what I do.
You know. Yeah, good.
That's exactly what I do.
Perfect. Because I'll tell you, I feel like here in, like I said, in the next 3-ish weeks, about the July time, mid-July, having that opportunity so that you can, you know, start to see, you know, the monetary gain of that. You going with work, because I feel like it's just going to fill up that soulful cup. So you are a giver and a healer.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I said you are a giver and a healer. There's no doubt.
I am. Yeah, I am almost to fault.
Yeah, yes. So, you know, whatever position this is, that, you know, this job, I would say definitely, you know, it not necessarily make sure that it's 100% filling up that soulful cup of wanting to help others, but, you know, at least work day. you know. Um, and
Do you see anything in relationship? I mean, you could say, I mean, we've been together for about a year, but still new to me, you know. But
yeah, yeah. And I do feel it with the relationship. Uh, just it feels to me that the momentum of it, the relationship, I feel is at a good pace. I wouldn't say to rush it or or force anything, or and take the time. I do feel with your partner that they do have they got a lot going on in their past that I feel they haven't had a chance to work on or know how to. So I feel the two of you separately, doing your own shadow work and your own soulful work, and then bringing that, be successful. So, just give it some time with that too, taking things slow for sure.
okay. Sounds good.
All right, my friend. Well, I hope that helped you. I've got about a minute left, but I appreciate you for calling and trusting me to give you this beautiful reading. And I'll be sending you lots of good love and light and positive energy, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Have a great night, my friend.
You too.
Bye-bye. All right. What a beautiful night. Such great connections and messages. I cannot wait to see everybody next week. So please go follow my Facebook page at Stephanie's Tarot Reading, or my Instagram now is minimedium75, and TikTok, minimedium75. And I will see you guys next week. Have a beautiful weekend. All right. Bye, guys.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio
want. So make a list of all the changes you want to make in your life, and then put them in a form where it always starts with I am. Okay, so you go to the root of who you are is pure perfection. As spirit, we are perfect. We are part of a divine source. Whatever resonates with you is fine. That's your journey. So you start off with a belief in what you want for yourself, okay? So you might say something like, I want to be able to speak my mind. And then you'll follow it up with, I am expressive. So you set the intention within yourself of what you want for yourself, and then you start a positive affirmation starting with I am. Okay. Now, some for psychic abilities could be, I am always guided on the best path for myself. I am developing my gently and safely. Spirit. So always remember to use the positive affirmations, you know, whenever you start something, whether it's a project